All right. Good morning, history students, or good afternoon, history students, depending on when you're seeing this. Um, I'm at jury duty again. I still don't know how long that's going to last. It's in the beginning stages of that, um, and I can't really get into it. So, here's some instructions for you today. You guys need your Industrial Revolution DBQ packets, so pull those out. Pause the video here for a second so that they can do that. I'm going to go over the next instructions with you. All right. Hopefully you got those. You have them out. If you slept through yesterday, didn't follow the instructions I left with the sub to work your way through the rest of these documents, you're now behind. Okay, so you got to keep up. We're in the middle, not in the middle. We've started second quarter. You don't want to fall behind right away. Okay, so you should have gotten through all of these documents, answered a question or two on each of them over the last couple of days. So you've had time to do that. But now we're going to look at the next part of this process. I told you it's going to end in a writing project. I didn't lie to you, it is, and we're going to start talking about that today. I know who is making evil looks at the screen right now because you're mad that I'm making you write, but you will be better for it, I promise. Okay, let's move my mug out of the way here. All right. So once you've gotten through all these documents, you're going to have basically an organizational chart here, graphic organizer, to organize these thoughts into what is going to become an essay. So kind of like the same way I set you up with the Napoleon essay, I gave you a guide, how to write this out. This does the same thing. A little bit different format, so you got to make sure to follow the clues, follow the instructions that it's giving you. But once you fill in all these little parts, your essay is basically done. Okay. So all the questions that you answered about the actual documents, that's where you're going to get these essay parts from. All right. So you guys all looking at this page, introductory paragraph. Let me make this bigger. You can follow along up here or look at your own paper. So half of your introductory paragraph is written for you already. Okay, because you are intended to start it out this way. Okay, while economic and social changes have occurred throughout history, certain time periods, that's distracting. I'm not going to highlight that. While economic and social changes have occurred throughout history, certain time periods have seen extraordinary developments. One such time was the Industrial Revolution in England. Okay, we know that. We've been talking about that. Now, how do we express that in writing? So, this is where you briefly mention the economic and social changes you will discuss and whether those changes were positive or negative. Okay, so right now you might be confused, like, well, which ones do I mention? Okay, let's go down and look at what we're shooting toward. So this is your introductory paragraph, just this part up here. Okay, your first paragraph, it tells you what the first paragraph is going to be about. Describe how society in England's changed. So what is society? The way people lived, worked, and related to one another before and after the Industrial Revolution. Remember, history is about change. Okay, if we're not looking at how life changed from one event to the next, then does that event really mean anything? Okay, so we got to make sure all events mean something. Okay, so the point is, though, we got to see how things changed. Okay, so you're looking for change in how people lived and worked and related to one another. Okay, so write a topic sentence, and I'm going to help you out here. Use this clue right here. Okay, create a topic sentence that basically says, I'm going to answer this question right here. So your topic sentence could be something like society in England changed during the Industrial Revolution. Boom. Okay, we're talking about society. And you want to talk about was it positive or negative? So you could say society in England had a positive change during the Industrial Revolution or negative. Your choice, your opinion. Opinions are awesome. Okay, so write your topic sentence, but now we need evidence. Okay, remember how we found evidence about Napoleon? You're going to find two pieces of evidence. for society. Okay. So this whole thing right here is under paragraph 1, topic sentence, evidence, outside information, why is it significant? Evidence, outside information, why is it significant? Concluding sentence. Okay, each one of these paragraphs is kind of like its own mini essay. So look at it that way. Actually, eliminate the word essay altogether because that makes people angry, makes people mad. This is a written expression of information that you have obtained through loving and careful research. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, so you're going to go through your documents. There are 12, I think 13, because there's a 6A and a 6B, 13 documents that you can find something about how society changed. Okay, so for organizational purposes, you'll say, okay, let's, for instance, from document 5, and I'm just picking a number out of the air. And what is the evidence? Okay, now you want to add more to that. Okay, don't just quote me evidence, build on that. Okay, so give some outside information. So something that's not in the documents. So from any notes that you've taken or homework, which we have not yet had a lot on Industrial Revolution, you might remember something from some of the videos. You can go back and look. You can Google. Remember, Google is your friend. Historians do research as long as it's from good sources. Okay, don't quote me stuff from Wikipedia or Crunchyroll or something. All right. Okay, but look for more information. So let's say you have a piece of evidence that says cloth making went from going to 6 different stops to all being under one roof, and that created a different kind of work environment for people. Okay, so Google that. Google something about the work environment. Google more information and put it in there. Paraphrase though, remember I can catch you. You guys are terrible plagiarizers because I catch you every time. Okay. Um, After this is over, we'll have a lesson on citation, how to give credit to your sources. But for right now, find some stuff and paraphrase. And then explain why that evidence, why the additional information is positive or negative, how it affected society. Why was that a positive or negative thing? You got to do some thinking, but you also get to sow your opinion into that too. Okay, you guys are thinkers. You have good thoughts. Put your opinion in there and back it up. Okay, and then you're going to do another one. So you have 2 pieces of evidence going into each one of these paragraphs. Napoleon, we had 1 piece of evidence in each paragraph. This is a little different setup, but just work your way through this organizer and you'll have everything that you need. Okay, so same process, another piece of evidence for society. That's what we're on. How did it change? Paragraph 2. Okay, this is where, okay, I jumped ahead. In paragraph 1, you're not telling me if these are positive or negative. Okay, paragraph 2, you're telling me if the social changes are positive or negative. Okay, and again, it's evidence. Find evidence, explain why. Evidence, explain why. Okay, follow these charts through here. It looks like a lot, it is, but I have faith in you, and we're going to work on some more as the weeks go on. It's a project. It's not going to be due right away. I'm not even sure when it's going to be due. Kind of depends on how far we get. So don't panic on that. Do your best to work through the project. Okay, paragraph 3 starts the process over, but instead of talking about social change, it wants to know about economic change. That's the way goods were produced and distributed, or excuse me, on the distribution of wealth before and after Industrial Revolution. Okay, so how did wealth and distribution, how did that happen before the revolution? How did it happen after? What was the change? Okay, and again, topic sentence, just reword this. Okay, if this is what you're talking about, the chart tells you that. So this is a nice chart. So reword your topic sentence from this information it gives you. You don't have to invent something new. Evidence outside Google, why is it significant? Evidence outside Google, why is it significant? And then a concluding paragraph on that. And now you're doing the same positive or negative for the economic changes, just like you did for the social changes. I'm scrolling through this, and some of you are getting a headache because you're like, I can't do this. You can, and you will. Okay. So read through that to see what you're looking for, kind of get an idea of all the steps. What I want you to complete today is at least the introductory paragraph and then your first paragraph stuff on how society changed. Okay. Without getting too far ahead of yourself, just working on one paragraph, this one's not too difficult. Topic sentence that you're rewriting from this, you can do that, or you can get creative and write something different. I'm all for creativity as long as it makes sense. Topic sentence, you're going to have two pieces of evidence in this paragraph. These are longer paragraphs. These aren't junior high paragraphs. Two pieces of evidence, outside information, so more research on that evidence, and why was it significant? How did it change? How did it affect them? Okay, so what I want you to get through today, introductory paragraph, which is not too difficult, and your paragraph number 1, looking for evidence on the changes in society. And all of your evidence is the documents that you've gone through. Okay, so if you completed that, you should have. You might have an idea already of what evidence you're going to use, and that's great. If you were not here yesterday or the last 2 days, you've got some catch up work to do. What we did was we went through all of these documents in the packet. They're extra up on my desk. Um, Ask the sub, someone just took the sub job, Mr. Villegas Gomez. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So he can also answer your questions on this, kind of help you work through the instructions. Um, yeah, so that's it. I don't know how long jury duty is going to have me busy. Um, Keep that in mind also, Mr. Villegas Gomez. If you want to keep working out here, it's a great place. Um, but yeah, so there you have it. This is what you're working on today. One more recap, introductory paragraph and paragraph 1. Okay, get through those today. I am all for helping each other out. What did you use as evidence? Okay, but your writing needs to be your own. Group research is fine. Your writing needs to be your own. Okay, I can tell you know this. Okay, so there we go. Um, you guys can message me through Canvas if you have additional questions. I do get a lunch break and I can answer questions after school also. Hopefully, I'll be there in person, but please message me. I want to help you. Mr. Villegas Gomez wants to help you. So use us. More brains are better than one. All right, I keep rambling now, so I'm going to stop. Miss you guys. I will see you soon. Happy Wednesday. Talk to you later.